Hi folks, and welcome to another reading vlog. This is my reading vlog for The BEAR AND THE NIGHTINGALE by Catherine Arden, which is not only for, which challenge is it? It's the challenge of the Hamilthon to read a book set in a country you're not from. I think that's what it's, or a time period, something like that. But it's also Rileymarie's like book of the month for her book club, so I'm also reading it for that. So I'm at work, obviously. It's like 1 a.m. I'm like 56 pages in, so I'm like 5 chapters in. I'm really enjoying it so far, except like we've hardly even met our main character. She's still only a child. It's giving me a lot of, it reminds me of Spinning Silver by Naomi Novik, and that's some kind of like polar icy vibes. And the other one it's reminding me of is Deathless by Catherine Valente, which is also Russian mythology. So I am having a great time. Yeah, so I feel like I've barely started, but I wanted to just let you know what we're at. I'm hoping to finish this over the next few days. I don't want to take too long to read it, because I have a lot of things to read this month. But I hope it is good, and I hope I really enjoy it. This is also on my 5-star predictions, current 5-star predictions video. So hopefully I rate it 5 stars. Anyway, I'm about to go to sleep because it's late, but I will chat to you about this more tomorrow. So I have an update, a couple of updates. So I'm home from work, obviously. I haven't read much yet. I've only read like 15 pages of The BEAR AND THE NIGHTINGALE. I'm also, I forgot to say, did I say this is in my 5-star predictions? I also have, she's currently under my bed, I think, but we adopted another cat on the weekend. Oh, she's the cutest freaking thing. If I can get some footage, I will. She's adorable, but she's still getting used to the house, so I think she might be under my bed. And I don't want to like freak her out by like trying to take photos. But anyway, I'm about to sit down and read a bunch. Hopefully I can get through my 130 pages today. I don't know if it'll happen. I might get too tired before then. Oh, let me see if I can get some footage. Look at you, Miss Sissy. This is Narcissa. Miss Sissy. Hey. Hey, what you doing? What you doing? Obviously we have Bellatrix, who's the black one. And so this is Narcissa. Absolutely love her to pieces. She's the cutest freaking thing. She's 2 and a bit. And they're just learning to be friends, and it's so cute. Anyway, I'll let you know. Oh, I was gonna say, I'm starting, I feel, to get into more of the plot. But I'm interested to see, yeah, how this whole thing goes. We're still in part 1. Maybe I'll give you an update on the plot once I get to the end of part 1. I'll let you know. Look at her. Look at her exploring. Okay, I've hit part 2, so I was going to give you an update before I kept reading. So I'm now, what does part 2 put us at? Like 125-ish pages in. I feel like I heard someone say, I think it was Murphy from Murphy Napier, saying this is a very like slow, character-driven story for 80%. Most of the plot happens at the end. I'm feeling that. So far we've been introduced to kind of Vasya and her family, and how all the connections between everyone in the family. Her father's a boyar, and how that ties in to the prince, like Ivan, Ivan and Ivan's son and daughter, and how Pietr's sons tie in. So that's Vasya's father. And so really, so far we've learnt all the connections between people, which I think will be really important for later on. And we're just starting to learn a bit about the spirits. The spirits, okay. So I know not much about Russian folklore except from what I've read in novels. So to me, this is reminding me a lot of Catherine Invalente's Deathless, which is obviously about Crochet the Deathless, who's from Russian folklore. And they have the domovoy. Is that how they're pronounced? Domovoy? Is that the word, or am I confusing it with a different word? I think it's the domovoy. Yes. Sorry, I've like covered you with my pages. So the domovoy is like the little house sprite. You leave leave gifts for him, and he makes sure the house is clean and does the mending and stuff. So we're introduced to that, and that's the domovoy are in Deathless. And we're introduced to, what is she calling them? One of the stable who's her fave. What is she calling him? So I'm on my way to go buy lunch. I feel like I haven't updated in ages, but really I updated last night, but I think I got cut off. I got a phone call during my last vlog clip and I forgot to update. I can't even remember what I was talking about, but I wanted to kind of say I've just been editing my vlog for Priory of the Orange Tree, which will be going up. Will already be up by the time you're seeing this, but will go up soon. And I feel like I just haven't had much to update you about on Bear and the Nightingale. I'm 170 pages in, was where I got to by the end of last night. And I'm really enjoying it, but it's super character driven and a little slow because of that. So it's fun. I'm having a great time. Not with this wind, I'm not, but I'm not like, I'm not going, oh my god, let me tell you about this. I just don't have that much to talk to you about. So hopefully that'll pick up. But anyway, on the life front, seeing as this is a vlog, I got woken up at 2 a.m. this morning because we've let Miss Sissy, our sister, free roam the house now, which is pretty quick for a new introduced cat, but she was doing great. And at 2 a.m. I woke up to a bang. Can't figure out what got banged, but she was making a ruckus. I couldn't find either of them, and then I looked under my bed and I found Trixie, and she was just hanging out. And then I was looking for her and found Trixie, and Sissy was just like, came trotting in. Don't know, couldn't find them for a while. But anyway, I also had to tell you, I've written it on my hand, that this book, because I don't think I mentioned it, was for the challenge, The Election of 1800, which is a book set in the past. I'm gonna go buy my lunch. Okay, so it is nighttime. I'm about to fall asleep. It's like 1 a.m. I don't know if I mentioned in this vlog, but I'm kind of making it a goal to read 130 pages every day, particularly this month. We'll see how it goes after this month, which was a kind of goal I set myself based on the amount of, like, what on my TBR I wanted to get read. So if I can read, like, overall a little bit more than 130 a day, that would be better, but that's where we're kind of at. I think I'm meant to try and get some extra ones done, but we'll see. I can't remember whether I included all the books or not the last one, can't remember. But anyway, I did get all 130 read today, which I'm really proud of. I tend to fall a little bit behind on work nights. I only get like 100 done, and I really struggle to get that final 30, or I'm like 90 rather than 100. I did want to talk a bit about this though. Seeing as I haven't really shared much. So it's kind of strange because, like, I'm now probably like 66% of the way through, and really the plot's only just starting to pick up. I've heard a couple of people say this, but I think really if you are not good with like long, slow character building stories, you won't like this. I like it. I like character building, but the first like 100 pages is like world building, setting, broader family, how the world works. Second 100 pages our main character, Vasya, and how she fits into her world and her kind of like position there and her thoughts and feelings and how that ties in. And it's not until like page 200 that you really get to start seeing some of the plot and like what's going to happen in the conflict, like the big conflict. So I'm obviously now on page 300. And the conflict is starting. You're really starting to see that now. But it took a while to get there. Though, to say that, so like that pacing wise is quite slow, actual like page turning quite fast. So I don't know, it's a weird one. I like Vasilisa. I think she's really interesting. I love the rich cultural Russian stuff. Recently I heard someone describe this as like a love letter to Russia, and yes, I can totally see that. This is very lyrical, beautiful, talks a lot about the, sorry, I had to like clear the low battery warning for my phone. Yeah, it's very thought-provoking, slow, lyrical, very rich in the culture and the setting. So in that regard, it's beautiful, and I love Vasilisa. I think she's really like a strong-willed, great character, and I'm really enjoying like the plot now that it's finally ramping in. But yeah, we'll see as we progress. Hopefully I'll finish this tomorrow. I should be able to finish it tomorrow. And I'll let you know how that like final section, now that the plot's actually happening, plays out. Anyway, I'm going to go to bed.
So it's 8:15 a.m. I've just left one work and arrived home. I normally go straight to the office when I have work to work and eat breakfast there. But I'm a numpty and left my toothbrush at home. Great! So I'm home for the next like half an hour while I eat some food and like, breakfast and brush my teeth and finish getting ready for work. So I'm watching some YouTube clips at the same time of like other people's reading vlogs and stuff, because that's what I do in the morning. And then I'll go to work, but I might get a chapter read before I go. We'll see. So I've just driven to work. I knew I was going to be late. It was expected. When things go wrong, I'm going to be late. But I'm here now. I didn't get any reading done, as if I was going to, let's be real. But my goals for today, I edited my Priory of the Orange Tree reading vlog yesterday during a downtime at work, but our internet was down, the work internet, and it's faster than home internet, so I like to use it to upload my reading vlogs, or upload anything really. And because the internet wasn't working, my laptop had no space to export. There's a thing I really hate about a MacBook. I don't know whether they fixed it in newer, I'm not on the newest OS X, like the newest operating system for Mac, so it might be something that's been fixed, but I would happily store all my photos on the cloud. My only options are store on device or store on cloud when device doesn't have space. So it only stores like some of my photos on the cloud and re-downloads them to my computer when I'm connected to the internet when there's free space available. So I am constantly have like a full computer, and then I export my video, because they're obviously the things that take up the most space on my computer, other than The Sims. So I export the photos, like upload to the cloud as that's happening. So I have to be connected to the internet to export, otherwise it fails. And the internet was down, so I couldn't export and I couldn't upload. So I plan to have that running in the background this morning while I'm doing other work things. Today's a kind of lazy work day. It's an office work rather than like going off and doing stuff. So I'll be working on like papers and data and like fun stuff. So I'm not, I'm just gonna be at my desk all day. I need to remember to put my lunch in the fridge. I do have my book bag with me. I might read a chapter or two at lunch or whatever. Morning tea break. But yeah, so I need to edit, I need to export and upload that. I also, because I plan to finish this today, like I really need to do that today because I plan to finish this book today, because I only have 100 pages left. No, less than 100 pages. No, 100 pages. 100 pages left. And I am confident I can read that tonight. So then that's going to be the end of this vlog. So I want to be able to upload that in the prior vlog in a timely manner so that you're not getting like double vlog back to back. And hopefully I'll upload this vlog, edit and upload this vlog probably maybe Friday. Though Friday's a busy day at work. Maybe I'll edit it tomorrow but schedule it for Friday. What am I doing? Sitting in the car doing nothing. Let's go. Let's get to work. And then I left my key tag in my car. Things are going well. So I just sat down and started reading and I got home from work. I read like 10 pages maybe. Then we went out for dinner. Because Jesse got his first paycheck on his contract. And so we went out. And now I'm back. It's like almost 7:30, 8 o'clock. Somewhere in there. And I'm going to try and power through the last, how many would I have? Like 70 pages of this. Definitely before bed, because I even want to start the next book if I can. But once I finish this, I'll let you know my feelings overall. We've definitely got more plot happening now in this later portion. I still really like our main character. I'm liking the plot. It's really cool and mysterious. And I'll give you, my overall thoughts when I'm done. So it's cold. I'm rugged up in bed in my hoodie, but I just finished BEAR and the Nightingale. So let's have a quick chat about it before I finish this vlog. So, characters. Let me just get rid of that notification. Characters. I loved Vasya. She was amazing. I thought her characterization was really clever. I really felt for her emotionally. She's really easy to relate to because she didn't feel like a chosen, well, in herself, she didn't feel like any kind of chosen one. She felt like her way was just how it was. And I really enjoyed that about her. I liked the supporting cast. I thought it was a really rich, embedded story, like embedded in a wider context of the world and the other characters, which I really appreciated. Moroshko is interesting and I'm excited to see more of him in book 2. And yeah, I loved all his siblings, Irina and Alyoshka. I care about them all. Which is good, I think. There's such good, like, slow characterization and build over the course of the novel that you really care for all the characters so much. Plot-wise, I thought the plot was interesting, but I think its pacing was a bit off. There's, like, basically no plot in the first half of the book, like the first 200 pages. It's really not plot, really, at all. Or if it is, it's, like, not... It's, like, little sub-threads, not this big plot. And it doesn't really tie in the long run. It's really more about just building character, which is necessary, but kind of made it a bit slow and not difficult to get through because it was still fun to read, but a bit trudgier than it could be. Like, I don't think it was awful. But the actual, like, story of the plot and the mythology of it, I really enjoyed. So take that as you will. If you don't handle slow paced character-driven plots, you probably will really struggle with this and might DNF it before you get far enough through to hit the plot. And I expect that is something people struggle with, but I liked it.
World building, amazing. The world is like the biggest strength of this novel. It's so rich and beautiful and just, oh, love the world. And then, I don't even have that much to say about it. It was just fantastic. And then writing style, I really enjoyed the narrative voice. Can you hear a cat scratching under my bed? I thought it was very beautiful, lyrical, so I really liked it. And I liked that it had this very mythological, fairy tale-esque air to it, while also feeling raw and close to these characters, which I really appreciated. So I haven't sorted out my rating for this yet. I think I'll put it somewhere, I think it'll be like a 4.75. I think that might end up rounding to a full 5. I just think maybe the plot was a little let down by its lack of plot at the start. Characters, 5 out of 5. World building, 5 out of 5 would be like a 6 out of 5 if that existed. And writing style is like a 4.5, 4.75, maybe even a 5. Like, I can't fault it. So really a 5. Really the plot's the only place that's going to let this down. But I haven't decided what I'm going to actually rate that, whether it's a 4.75 or a 4.5, I'm not sure. And that might still round altogether up to a 5, who knows. I can't math in my head. But anyway, yeah, I really loved this. I had a good time reading it. And it definitely, the pages flew by. So even though it was character driven, it was still really easy to read, in my opinion. Anyway, I'm about to start the next book, so I'm going to start the next reading vlog. But have a good time. Check out my next reading vlog when it arrives on my channel. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.